Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Erica, and in today's video, I'm going to be creating a couple looks with some new stuff I just got from Glamlite. Now, I ordered this stuff over a month ago, and it got here about a week and a half ago, but I have been sicker than HE double hockey sticks for 2 weeks. And I tried to sit down here for the last 3 days. This is my 4th day now, to film this video, and I just wasn't well enough to film. I would instantly just start sweating and feeling like complete crap. And today I feel like, okay, I can finally do this. So let me talk to you about what I picked up from Glamlite. I picked up a few pieces from the Freddy Krueger collection. And I've mentioned before that I'm a huge horror movie fan, and I'm a huge Freddy Krueger fan. I used to have Freddy Krueger posters hanging on my walls when I was in high school. And then I've also mentioned that I had a life-size cardboard cutout of Freddy Krueger in a tux. It was so cool. My mother hated that phase of my life. But I got a brush set, and then I also got a couple eyeshadow palettes. So let me start off with the brush set. And this is the box it came in. Isn't that cool? It says Glamlite, A Nightmare on Elm Street, 5-piece brush set. And then you basically just flip this little tab up and then you open it up. And I did take the brushes out, but that's what it looks like without the brushes in it, obviously. And I will be displaying this somewhere in here, probably up on that shelf back there, because I'm like, yes. Now let me show you the 5 brushes that came in the set. We have these right here. And they have the green little accent on the bottom and then the red on the top, because Freddy Krueger had a kind of like a brown and green sweater, but maybe it was red and green. Oh, he's kind of a dirty guy. And there's like this, you know, liquid in here that's supposed to look like blood, I guess. So we have this kind of smaller detailed brush. Let me put my hand behind it so you can see it a little bit better. We have that. So that'll be cool. And then we have this flat like foundation brush, which I don't use brushes to put my foundation on with, but I'm going to try to get into that more. Done it before and it just looks really streaky, but maybe with the right brush it won't. I don't know. And then there's this brush here. This is kind of like what, a powder brush or a blush brush. I don't think, use face brushes for what they're intended to be used for. I just use them for whatever I want. And then there's these 2 brushes as well. This is kind of a, you know, more fluffy, like blending brush maybe, or even a highlighter brush, I guess. And then there's this flatter but fluffy brush too. So yeah, really excited to use the brushes. I'm not sure how many of those brushes I'm going to be using in my eye look today. We'll see. I don't know. But let me show you the eyeshadow palettes. This is what I'm super excited about. So there's this palette here. This is Glamlite, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and then it says Freddy Krueger palette. Like, it's holographic, see? Got the Elm Street sign and then his knife fingers. Like, looks like it's coming out of the palette at you. So cool. And this is the color story. And this color story is me in a palette. I love greens and grunge and earthy and so wonderful. And I'm going to be using this first in today's look. And then the other palette will be coming in the second look. But I just love the tones in here. We've got some really pretty like duochrome shimmers. This one especially, it's like red and green mixed together. This looks kind of like, I don't know, teal and maybe gold. This looks really pretty, and I love the mattes. So yeah, and they're all like embossed with his like hands, I guess, fingernails, knife fingernails, whatever. So cool. And then we have this palette too. And this is also holographic, and it says, what does it say? Never sleep again. You know, that 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you song, never sleep again, da, da, da. And this is this color story, reds and black and silvers and grays. And again, we've got the embossments on the shades. Really cool. Yes. So like I said, I'm going to be starting off with this palette here for this look today, in the first look. And I do have my brows done, and this eyelid is primed in the P. Louise eyeshadow base in Rumor 01. So I think what I will do is start off with this shade right here. And this is called Elm Street. This kind of like, I don't know, army green color, and put that in my transition area. And I have not done my makeup in almost 2 weeks. So I might be a little rusty at doing my eyeshadow looks. I don't know. We'll see. Let me get the creases out of my primer. But yeah, I have not been this sick in years, and I still have a little bit of congestion like in my face. But yeah, man, it was just brutal. My husband got this the weekend before Thanksgiving. We have no idea where he got it from. Maybe somebody from work, or I don't know. And so, you know, I tried to stay away from him. You know, he just kind of like holed himself up in our bedroom for a couple days. got through the weekend, and he had the whole week off from work for, you know, the holiday and stuff. That's usually what they do at the mill, is that they will like shut down around the holidays. Just, I don't know, it's just what they do. It's really nice. And he was all excited to have the week off because he was going to go fishing and, you know, do some stuff around the house. And I mean, it just took him out at the knees. You know, he was really sick, high fever, very achy, face full of snot, coughing, and just not feeling good. And I felt fine. I was like, I'm fine. I don't know, man. I'm just going to stay away from you. I'll be fine. So then the Monday before Thanksgiving, I felt fine when I went to work and stuff. But then on my way home from work, I could tell that something was wrong. I was like, something's wrong. I don't feel good. I think I'm getting sick. And I was like, damn it, because I did not want to get sick. So then I went to bed Monday night, and I don't know, probably about 1 o'clock in the morning, Tuesday morning, wee hours, I woke up and I was like, I am sick. You know, I could tell I was running a fever, and I was super achy. Like everything hurt, like my finger joints hurt. Oh, it's just so horrible. And, you know, I was getting all congested and starting to cough, and I'm like, damn it. And so I stayed home from work Tuesday, and I thought, well, you know, by tomorrow I should be much better. Oh, no, because I think it was either, yeah, Tuesday night, like late night into early Wednesday morning, I started vomiting. And I'm like, great. So yeah, went from just having the cold, fever, chills, ache stuff to vomiting. I'm like, great. So yeah, I was, you know, vomited off and on throughout the day into Wednesday, and stayed home again. And then of course we had Thanksgiving on Thursday, which, you know, we always have plans to like go see my dad, and my son and his girlfriend were coming. My daughter and her husband weren't able to come home for Thanksgiving because her husband had to work. And I'm loving the shade, by the way. It's gorgeous. So, you know, we didn't have a ton of plans, but we were still going to go like have breakfast with my dad and my son and his girlfriend, and then go to my in-laws for Thanksgiving dinner. And, you know, my dad has some pretty significant health concerns. And I'm like, I'm not going to be around him because, I mean, a flu could kill my dad. I mean, I'm not kidding. It really could. And I didn't have COVID, but still, you know, some kind of nasty flu bug. And of course, we didn't want to get my in-laws sick. So we were like, well, we won't be going anywhere, which sucks because we love Thanksgiving food, you know, absolutely. I mean, I will eat like 5 times my own body weight every Thanksgiving, but, you know, just wasn't going to happen. So yeah, we had to miss out on all that, which sucked. And I think this is blended pretty well now, right? Yeah, I think it looks really good. I like that shade. That's cool. So now I think what I will do is deepen it up. I was going to do that, but I think I'm going to try this first. This is Asylum. Almost said Elysium. No, Asylum, and put that in my outer V to my crease a little bit. So yeah, Thanksgiving just kind of came and went, and we didn't get to celebrate it. So then, let's see, Friday, Saturday, my husband and I basically just laid around and had like a Star Wars movie extravaganza. We watched all the Star Wars movies, starting at the beginning, all through the, you know, love them. And I was starting to feel, you know, a little bit better, but still not myself at all. Still, you know, very achy. My stomach has taken me the longest to like get back on track. Just, you know, my stomach just has not felt right. And by Monday, I did this past Monday, I went to work because I had to, really. I had to onboard a new staff member, but I mean, I remember getting to work on Monday and sitting down at my desk and being like, I'm still sick. Like I was sweaty, you know, that just sick, that like cold sweat feeling that you get when you're sick and you're sweaty. Oh, I hate that. And I did try to film on Monday. And what would happen is I came and sat down here and I was just dumping sweat, just dumping sweat. I was like, what the hell? So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm not filming. I did make it through work, and I was okay. Like I took some Tylenol and kind of settled down, and it was okay. And then Tuesday morning, I got up to film, and I, you know, just couldn't stop sweating. Same thing with, you know, so I'm here today to try to film, and I have to be to work a little early today. So I don't know. I'm doing okay so far, but I even, I threw up again yesterday. I was just like, when am I going to stop throwing up? This is ridiculous. And I don't usually get sick. I mean, I used to. When my kids were young, I would get sick all the time, you know, constantly getting sick. they'd get sick, I'd get sick, and I would get it way worse than they would, which is fine because I didn't want them to get it worse than me. Of course not. But, you know, it's just gross. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just, and I had kind of a little cold before this, you know, just a little one. So I was just kind of shocked that I got sick again. I'm going to go back in with this brush, nothing additional on it, just blend that out a little bit. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, if you get this stuff, I've seen few people that have said they've gotten this flu. My heart is with you because it is not fun. And, you know, I will have had this now for 2 weeks this coming Monday. So, I don't know. I do feel better. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be sitting here filming if I didn't feel good enough to film, but it's just been a rough go. I'll tell you what, rough go. And I really like how these two shades are jiving together. I really do like that. I think I'm actually going to go back into Elm Street just a little bit. Add a little bit more in there. Yeah, this is cool. I dig it. I love how this looks. I think it looks really nice. So now, for the shimmers, I'm trying to decide. I definitely want to use this. This is called Killer. And then I'm thinking, oh, that's really pretty too. Haunted. That's nice. This is called Coming For You. This is called Vengeance, and this is called Boiler Room. This is Maniac. This is Knives, and this is Burned. Okay. It's probably helpful if I give you guys like the shade names before I get into the look, but okay, so I'm gonna go into Haunted actually and put that right there and then put this shade towards the front. Okay. And I don't know really why this took so long to get here. I ordered this like, I want to say like mid-October, right? I mean, as soon as it launched, I ordered it. And I want to say that was mid-October. And then I kept checking my emails. I'm like, where's the palette and the brush set? And then finally, I got a notification that it was shipping, and I was like, yes. Ooh, this is gorgeous. Very nice. It's kind of teal, but it's, I don't know, grungier than teal, I would say. And there, it looks like there is some duochrome, maybe like, is there brown, purple? I don't know. Cool. Yeah. So anyway, I was thrilled when I finally got it. And I thought, I gotta film with this. I gotta film with this. I mean, my intention was to film with it 2 weeks ago. But, you know, sometimes your body has other plans for you. That's what's so weird, I think, about being sick, is that, like, you have zero control over your own body, you know? And I, not to get gross here, but I cannot stand to throw up. Like, I will do everything in my power to not throw up. My son, if he needs to throw up, he just throws up, you know? It's over and done with. My husband's the same way. I will, I don't know, beg, plead, borrow, and steal to not throw up. So then when I finally do, it's like this violent act. It's horrible. You guys are probably like, Erica, we don't need to hear about that, okay? But, ugh, horrifying. And I love this shade. This is just a beautiful Glamlite shimmer. I'm telling you, it's gorgeous. It's just applying beautifully. Okay, so I think I really like this brush. I'm gonna clean it off a little bit. My little towel here. And it feels good to be filming again, you know? It really does. And now I will go into Killer and put that towards the front. Beautiful. And it does have like green, gold, reddish. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, this is gonna be fun. But, you know, it's been a while, so I thought, am I gonna remember how to blend my eyeshadows? So far, I feel like I'm doing okay. All right, let's put this, ooh, yes. Oh yeah, that is gorgeous. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is really nice. Very bright, but also kind of grungy too, you know? Cool. And I wanted to watch the Nightmare on Elm Street movies too. When I got this palette, I was like, oh, I want to watch those movies again, but we haven't yet. We got really sucked into Star Wars. My husband loves Star Wars. He's a huge Star Wars fanatic. We have a life-size stormtrooper in our bedroom that when you squeeze his hand, he talks. I can't remember what he says. Actually, I don't even know if his batteries still work anymore, but yeah, his daughter got that for him. He's got like tons of Star Wars t-shirts, sweatshirts, pajama pants. It's great. Love it. Yeah, love it. And I do have some fallout, but I don't care. So now I do want to deepen up that outer V. I'm going to go into Burned, put some black in there. Yes, I think I'll just use the same brush I used to put on the Asylum shade. I love these little brushes. This is from Coastal Scents, which I miss that brand. And just deepen up the outer corner with this. Yeah, man. Cool. I would love to know if you guys got this palette or either of the palettes, the brush set. There was some lippies, right? And then I think, was there a blush set too, or like a highlighter? I don't know. I don't remember. But, you know, I'm always going to get the eyeshadow palettes because that's just my jam. Because I really need more eyeshadow palettes, right? I just did a mini haul video where I showed you my eyeshadow palettes I just picked up. So I have to film with all those now. I put myself really behind getting sick here. You know? But hey, that's just life. And then, yeah, that looks cool. Although I have that gross edge. Shush. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with just a little bit of Asylum, I think, to start off with, and then I'll go around that with the, is it Elm Street shade? Yeah, I think so. Okay, I feel like I still have an edge, so I'm gonna go back in with Elm Street right here. And I'm just gonna go around that now to get rid of that edge if I can. Very lightly around the edge here. But I think both color stories are really cool, and they did a great job with both, I feel like, you know, in terms of Freddy Krueger-y stuff. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much done here. I do have some fallout, so I'm gonna go clean this up. I will do my other eye, the rest of my stuff. I can't even remember what I normally say here because it's been so long, and I will come back. This is the finished look, and I really like how this look turned out. My lipstick application is a little uneven today. I do think that, like, you know, taking some time away from filming and not wearing any makeup, the lipstick took me a little longer, although lipstick always takes me a long time to put on. So, of course, I'll show you the palette again before I move on to look number 2 with the other Freddy Krueger Glamlite palette. But let me show you just a few things I put on my face for my finished look today. On my lips, I grabbed one from Gosh Cosmetics. This is the Liquid Matte Lips in the shade The Red, and Makeup by Pia. She sent this to me, and I love this. I really like Gosh Cosmetics. She sent me a few things from Gosh Cosmetics, and I really like the brand. And I just wanted a red lip today. And maybe a little bit like bright, but kind of grungy too. I don't know. Does this say grungy red? Probably not. But really enjoy using this lip product. It's uneven. If you get real close to me, you can see how really uneven it is. And then for my inner corner shade, I grabbed this little highlighter palette from Sugar Drizzle. My dear friend Julie sent this to me. And I use this shade right here. It's kind of like a greeny gold shifting shade. And I hadn't used this in a while. This is called the Mini Glow Cube Palette. And it says 9-pan iridescent white color shifting eye and face highlighting palette. I just hadn't used this in a while, and I just love it. All the shades in here are so gorgeous, and I just treasure having this in my collection. Julie, thank you so very much. And then for my lower water lines, I used a ColourPop cream gel liner in the shade Catsuit. I kind of wish I'd gone a grungier green shade in my lower water lines. This is pretty, you know, kind of bright greeny teal color, but I do really like this, and it lasts so well in my water lines, so you know, I think it looks okay. And then for my upper lid liner, I used one from She Glam. This is just a felt tip liner in black. Love this, super cheap. And then for my mascara, I used the Item Makeup Lash Snack Lengthening Mascara that Jen from Jen Beauty sent to me. I love this mascara. I hadn't used it in forever. So now let's talk about the eyeshadow palette that I used, this one right here. Ooh, fun. And I just love this color story. Very impressed with how all the shades that I used for my eye look today came together. The mattes were very blendable and very pigmented, just as all Glamlite mattes are. I've never had an issue with the Glamlite matte ever. And then the 2 shimmers I used, Killer and Haunted, just stunning. Very vibrant and applied well, like a thick, buttery consistency that you know that you're going to put on your eyelids. It's going to stay put all day long. Just loved it. You know, I mean, I could have put more shades on my lids today. And if you guys want to see me film with this again, I'd be happy to do that, because I really want to get more into like the grungier shades, like the browns and that shade and this shade and that, and all of them. But yeah, really impressed. So happy that I picked up this palette. It's really fun to have a Freddy Krueger palette in my collection, and very pleased with how this palette performed. And I'm really excited to use the other palette that I got from this collection. So without any further ado, let's get on to look number 2. Alrighty, so look number 2, well, technically it's look number 1 with this palette, but look number 2 in the video purposes, I guess. So let's go into this Glamlite palette. This is I think it's called Never Sleep Again palette. Isn't that the coolest? I love it. And this has, you know, reds and blacks and charcoals and silvers and yeah, fun stuff here. And I'm trying to decide exactly what I want to do in this look. I think what I'll do is start off with a shade right here called Chest of Souls. and put that in my transition area. And then I think I want this pretty shimmery. So I think I'm going to use Nancy, maybe Dream Mansion. No, Dream Mansion, Dream Warrior. Let's start over. And then this shade, definitely. This is called Springwood Slasher. And then I think I'm going to use Nightmare too. I don't know that I'm going to use any of these shades down here. Maybe on my lower lash lines is what I think. But let's start off with this shade here called Chest of Souls and put that in my transition area. And of course, I do have my brows done, and this eyelid is primed in the P. Louise eyeshadow base in Rumor 01. And I think what I'm going to do too, actually, is use one of my Glamlite brushes, my new brushes I got. I was a little disappointed in the size of these brushes, the eyeshadow brushes. I mean, you can use this for whatever you want. But I usually use smaller brushes now when I put my eye looks together. And when I open the box up, I'm like, oh, these are bigger than what I had thought they were. I don't know. Because that other brush that's, I think, maybe more for eyeshadows is pretty large and fluffy. And I used to use those kind of brushes to put my eye looks together, but I just don't really do that anymore. I usually use smaller brushes. I don't know. So we'll see. I mean, I obviously can use that for other stuff. I did use the flat brush, like the Kabuki brush that is, I think, for foundation. I did use that to put my powder on yesterday that I forgot to mention. And I also forgot to mention that I was wearing my Mama Bear shirt yesterday that Shawnee got me. Idiot. But yeah, I don't know. I was kind of in a hurry. And I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I went for what, almost 2 weeks without filming, or yeah, right? Week and a half, something like that. And it's like my brain is just having a tough time reassimilating to filming again. I don't know. It's just like, huh? I had planned on taking last week off anyway, just because of the holidays. And I do think it is important to take breaks from filming sometimes. I mean, I know there's people that never do that, but I really do like to take breaks on occasion. I hadn't really taken a break from filming in a long time. You know, not that there's anything wrong with not taking a break. I just like to take breaks sometimes, you know, it's good. Cause you know, you just get, it just gets to be sometimes a little bit of a burnout type situation. I love to film. I mean, I love to film, but I just feel like, I don't know, it's good to take breaks sometimes. I think it's good to take breaks from everything sometimes. You know what I mean? Just take a break. And this is blending okay. I mean, it's a nice shade. It's more pink, of course. Reds are typically more pink on me. I mean, there's other shades in here that are more red. This is kind of a light red, but on my lids, it's looking, or this lid, it's looking pretty pink, but that's okay. I'm not upset with that or anything. Yeah, I like that. And it looks good. There is that harsh edge, but I'm going to leave it like this for right now and maybe go around with a different brush. And I've got something right there. Okay, some fuzzies. So now I think what I'll do is do some shimmer across the lid. And I think I will start off with, this shade is really cool, but it's like a sequin matte. And I don't know that I want to use that for this today. So let's start off with Nancy and put that in my outer area there. Nancy was one of the, where's my brush? There it is. One of the main characters in Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, and then I think she comes back in like the third one. The third one I think is my favorite. So let me put this, let me spray this a little bit actually, just to avoid fallout if I can. This is a pretty, you know, like satiny shimmer shade, kind of a charcoal gray. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. Okay, cool. I dig that. Take this up a little ways here because it's going to go up there anyway because my eyes are hooded. And I still am a little sick. Like, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I still have some nasal congestion and a cough. So, I've had a cough now for over a month because like I said, I think I said this in the last look. I got this like little cold, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and you know, wasn't too crazy. Not nearly as crazy as this whole flu thing has been. Jeez. But, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just not fun at all. So the cough can go away anytime now. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to go back around with this brush and just kind of blend a little bit if I can. I don't know. Satin sometimes don't blend the greatest, but try to get that to blend a little bit more. Just kind of smush it around there a little bit. And what's really fun is as I've gotten older and I've had a couple kids and whatnot, and I've also had a hysterectomy, sometimes when I cough, I will pee my pants. So that's fun. Like, you guys are like TMI, but yeah, it just kind of sucks as you age. Your body just kind of betrays you in a lot of ways. So I have to like, kind of like hold myself all together when I cough or I will pee my pants. Great. Jeez. Kind of embarrassing, but what do you do? I do like how this is looking. It's just, yeah, I mean, it looks a little murky out there, but that's okay. I like it. I think it looks cool. I mean, it's a Nightmare on Elm Street palette. If you can't get murky, what can you get murky with? Okay, so now I think I will go into Dream Warrior. It's this kind of like red satiny shade and put that right here. I don't know about the silver. I do want to use the silver though. Another brush. Here we go. Let's go into Dream Warrior. Yes. Ooh, that's really pretty. And I don't think I need to spray this. This is pretty. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. There's the red. Okay, we got some red here, folks. Yeah, baby. Okay, cool. I think I'm going to put the silver down and then that lighter red shimmer shade. I think that'll look cool. I don't know. It's kind of reddish, goldish, pinkish. I don't know. We'll see. But this is a really nice shade. Yeah, I like this a lot. I almost kind of wish I hadn't put that matte shade down on my transition area and just done the shimmers. But, you know, I mean, I could start over, but I don't really want to start over. You know, I got to get to work. So that's the thing. Like with my filming or my looks, it's like once I start putting stuff on my eyelids, that's kind of it. I don't really have an option to do over anything because I got to get to work on time, you know? My husband actually this morning, oh my gosh. So he normally like gets up about an hour before I do to get ready for work because he has to be at work really early. And I don't know what happened, but like his phone shut off or something. I think he forgot to charge it. And so it like shut off, but then he could turn it on this morning. I don't know. Anyway, his alarm didn't go off and then mine went off and I got up and I'm like, why is he still asleep? Like, what the hell's going on here? I was like, did he not have work? I mean, he didn't say that he didn't have work last night. So I woke him up and I'm like, honey, do you have to be at work? And he's like, well, yeah, but it's not time yet. And he was like, my alarm didn't go off. I'm like, no, it's time. It's overtime. So he was like frantically running around here trying to get all of his stuff together. I felt so bad, but he got out of here. So not on time, but he's got out of here. Okay. I think what I'm going to do actually is go into Nancy with my finger and just kind of blop that here just to kind of mush those two together a little bit better. And then I'm going to put that silver shade down. Yeah. Actually, you know what I might do is I might put that lighter red shade in my inner corner maybe. Maybe that would look cool. Yeah, I think I will do that. Okay, I like how that looks. That looks cool. And I do want to go around that, but not yet. So now I'm going to go into the shade here called Springwood Slasher and put that towards the front of my lid. Oh yeah, this is a pretty silver shimmer shade. Very nice. I feel like though with this palette, the shimmers are pretty like hard pressed. I mean, they're fine. They're just harder pressed than the other palette. The other ones were a little smushier. Ooh, yeah. Oh, okay. This is cool. I'm digging this. Oh, yeah. Although it's turning kind of pink from that red shimmer shade. It's not really what I want. I want it to stay silver, but you know, it's working. It's working, right? Sure. Oh, yeah, that's really cool. I'm kind of swallowing up that middle red shade, that shimmer shade, but I think this will, just going to keep messing with it, and I think it'll look really cool. Yeah, I dig that a lot. I like it. I'm going to go into this with my finger here and just kind of mush those two together and then go back in with that red shade too. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Dream Warrior here. Just add some of this back in here, right in the center. And just to make sure that's nice and smushed together. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. I like it. Okay, so I do though, when I go back around with this brush, I don't think anything additional on it and just kind of, you know, take that edge down a little bit because it's got a pretty harsh edge right there. Okay, yeah, this is nice. Yeah, this is fun. This is different. I think it's cool. I like it. And I think what I will do is just put this shade right here. This one here, it's kind of like pink and gold. Put that like right in my inner corner. I mean, I think for Freddy Krueger palettes, they did a really good job with the color stories, you know? I think they're, yeah, I mean, they definitely say Freddy Krueger to me. Absolutely. which I know that's strange. You know, I have a basically like a fictitious serial killer palettes in my collection now, but it's really not that weird. If you know my history with horror movies, it's, you know, I think most people that know me well would be like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense that Erica would get those palettes. So I think I'm pretty much done. I do have some fallout down here that I'm gonna go clean up and then do my other eye, apply this shade in my inner corner, and then figure out what I'm gonna do on my lower lash lines, do the rest of my face, hair, you know, all the goods, and I'll be back. This is the finished look, and I really like how this look turned out. I'm trying to decide which palette I like better out of the two. I mean, obviously I didn't use all the shades out of both palettes, but I would say color story wise and also formula wise, I'll talk to you about that. I'll show you both palettes. I would stick to the first palette, the greenish color story. I don't know. That's just makes me happier. I did like this palette, but there was a couple shades that, I don't know, just a little strange. Anyway, I'll talk to you about that here in just a minute, but let me show you just a few things I put on my face for my finished look today. So on my lips, I grabbed the Superstay Vinyl Ink from Maybelline, New York. This is in the shade 30 Unrivaled, and I've had this for a while, a few months, and normally it's very opaque and it goes on very, I don't know, just differently than it went on today. It's kind of watery now. I don't know. I was like, ugh. I should have probably grabbed something else, but I just stuck with this. I mean, I like it. I like the color. It's just the consistency. It's just getting weird. So this might need to go bye-bye. Bummer, because I didn't use it nearly enough. And then for my upper lid liner, I used the one that I got from giveaway from Fatal Beauty. This is the Black Like My Soul liquid liner or felt tip liner in black. Love this. It is so amazing. And then for my lower waterlines, I used a cream gel liner from Hendayan. I got a set of these. I think this set in particular came off of Amazon, and these are not the greatest, but I wanted something silver, and I have another silver eyeliner that I just could not find in my little cubby thing. So I grabbed this, and it's okay. It's working okay. I mean, it shows up and it's fine, but I don't know how well this is going to last throughout the day. These are very like affordable, very cheap eyeliners, and most of the ones I have don't work that great. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. And then for my mascara, I did use, again, the same one. This is the Item Makeup Lash Snack Lengthening Mascara that Jen from Jen Beauty sent to me. I love this mascara. And then also, well, hold on. Let's just talk about this palette first. This one is the one I used today, Never Sleep Again. And the shades that kind of threw me for a loop maybe a little, well, they worked really well. I mean, everything applied very well. This shade's too pink, but I mean, it does look kind of reddish pink in the pan anyway. And I think it turned out really well with the rest of the shades I put together. You know, I do. This shade worked really well. This shade was really nice. Although this is pretty hard pressed. And I had to like really, you know, kind of like dig into the pan to get it on my brush. But I do love how it looks on the lid. It's true red, very nice. And this shade is gorgeous. This I did pop in my inner corners. And then I also put these two shades on my lower lash lines. This kind of towards the outer part of the lid, or out of the outer part of the lower lash line. This is called Villain, and this one is called Terror. And I really like both of these. I can't wait to use these like on my actual eyelids. This shade is gorgeous, but it's pink with some gold. And in my inner corners, it's making, I think it makes me look sick. So I grabbed something else. I'll show you that in just a minute. Put it over the top of that just to make it look less sickening looking. But yeah, I mean, I do really like this palette. I'm excited to use the rest of the shades. But that one just, I don't know. It wasn't the typical Glamlite formula that I'm used to. And let's talk about this palette again. I really do think this one is my favorite out of the two. And because I just love the color story. I really love this color story. And I just love the shades that I put together. And I cannot wait to use this again. Make a like grungier, dirtier look out of it with the browns and stuff. But yeah, I love it. So I don't know, which one's your guys' favorite out of the two? Which look do you like the best? And which color story palette do you like the best too? Let me know. Oh, and then for my inner corner, I grabbed this one, this beautiful Sugar Drizzle mini glow cube palette that Julie sent me. I love it. And I use this shade right here. It's kind of like a purpley pink, just to kind of cut the pink a little bit. And I love it. I think it's gorgeous. I love having this. This is so much fun. I need to just sit this on my desk and use it all the time. But I really had a lot of fun putting these looks together. I'm really happy that I picked up the palettes. I mean, I'm such a huge Freddy Krueger fan. I know that's so weird. I am though. And I just love having these in my collection. Can't wait to put the brush box over there on that little shelf behind me. I'm definitely going to do that. And I do like the brushes. I haven't used all of them yet, but like for instance, this is a brush I was kind of referring to when I was filming. It's just too big for me for eyeshadows now. I mean, I could use it. I can use this, but this will probably be more for like highlighter, I feel like. And then I did use this brush right here to put on my powders, which I know that's probably not meant to put powders on, but that's what I use it for. And I really like it. Really a nice brush. The bristles are good and the handle feels, you know, everything's really nice. And it says Nightmare on Elm Street on it, and it's got like bloody stuff. You know, it's cool, really cool, I think. If you're a horror movie fan, I would say that this collection is awesome. And there's all kinds of stuff that came in this collection. I was looking yesterday, and there's like, you know, makeup bag and cheek stuff and lip stuff, and I think mascara too. I mean, all kinds of stuff, but I just usually go for the eyeshadow palettes. Let me know if you guys picked up any of this stuff. We can chat about that in the comment section. And of course, like I said, let me know which palette you prefer, which look you prefer. We can chat about that too. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your lives to sit down and watch this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, and of course, comment down below in the comment section. I love to chat with you guys there. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video. But in the meantime, please take very good care of yourself. Be well, safe, happy, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Drop it.